everybody and welcome back. Welcome to our Timmy's terrific tome. And we're munching on through this actually. We are making progress. At the moment we're still in the construction part of things, which we've got to get through before we get to the all the decorating and adding bits and the groovy stuff. So this is the oh, excuse me, I'm going to have a drink. No, it still didn't stop me coughing. Sorry about that. This is the Timmy's terrific tome, as it stands at the moment. A lot of grey boards still on view, but we have done some bits. We've done this section, and we've done this, which is going to sit on this hinge. And I'm going to wait till I've got the one for the other side done before I show you how to put them in, and then they'll all go in together. But doesn't it look lovely? Timmy's papers are just so gorgeous. So anyway, yes, we all know that. Today we're doing this section. So then we'll have kind of, nearly half of it. So let's pop that over there and let's see what we have for today. And it's an easy one today, guys. It really is. I'm not kidding you. It's easy. So the black card, the base card that I used, I cut it to 8 inches. My journal measures 8 1/4. So I've cut this to 8 inches. And I scored at just light of 6, and then I scored again at 12, just light of 12. So I've got 2 6-inch panels there, and then I measured a further inch and I cut it off, which is there, this piece that you can see here. Then from another piece of paper I cut another piece that was just light of 6 inches by 8, and I just stuck it down there like that. So now we have one continuous piece that's just short of 6, just short of 6, just short of 6, all by 8 inches. So that's one piece there with an inch flap on the back, and then I stuck this piece onto the flap. See it there? So that's it. I mean, that's relatively, well, it's as straightforward as we're ever going to get. So and I've prepared my paper so I can walk you through them, and then I can go and do some sewing. This piece, this really is the easiest piece we're ever going to do. It's just a rectangle to fit on that page, and I've already sewn around it because there's no more to be said about it. But I like the idea of having a page like this that we can really go to town with the decoration. This page, for example, where we've got a side pocket, we're a bit limited for where we can decorate. This page we can go to town on, and there's nothing goes on the back of this page. This is the page that gets stuck into our journal. So let's just stick that page down first off, and then we'll feel like we're getting somewhere. So yeah, this was the back of it, and it honestly, it pains me so much to have to cover up one of these sides, but it has to be done. Just gotta live with it, guys. That's all. So I'm paying attention to get the glue into the stitches. And I'm being a bit drippy actually. A little bit drip. Oh no, I thought I dripped. I haven't. There we go. So I spoke to Kyung yesterday. She's had quite a lot of dental work done, but the dentist's given her some tablets. And I think she's doped up because she's in love with the dentist. Not in love with, you know what I mean. She thinks he's great, and I've never known anybody think the dentist was that great. So yeah, I'll wait until the tablets are finished to get a real assessment of how she is, but I'm so pleased that she's had the work done that she needs and that she's feeling much better. And if you don't know who I'm talking about Ki-Young Shotwell. She's got a YouTube channel which is just lovely. Pop over and you know, subscribe to her if you feel you want to, but just watch her videos, they're just great. Right, so that's that stuck on there, so we can leave that just to dry for a minute. And this is the next page, which is and I've sewn, I just cut off an arbitrary amount actually, it was a remnant, so it was whatever it was. But I'll let you know, it's 3.5 inches. This pocket measures 3.5 inches. And this, which was another remnant, also measures 3.5. So obviously I was cutting something about that sort of size. So this is going to go there, like that, allowing room, as always, for the hinge to, the fold, the crease, to work properly. So that's going to go there, and this is going to go here on top of it, like that. Give us a nice side pocket and somewhere nice to decorate as well. So let me just budge that over a little bit, and let me take this paper clip off there so we can work out exactly where this needs to go. Now I'm just going to come in a bit from the crease as ever, just to allow room for that to fold. Oh, just moved it on its way out, but I can see where it needs to be. It needs to be there, like that. Lovely. And this piece then goes almost up to this crease, not quite, and that should be pretty straight there now. So I'm just going to make a little pencil mark there on the bottom piece, so I can glue from there to there and then put this piece on top. And I'm going to use art glitter for this because it's got such a fine nozzle. Just like that, and on the other side as well. From the pencil mark just down to there. We are going to be sewing it, so try not to get masses of glue. So let's just put it in situ, and this one up there, and then just drop it down into place. Are we happy with that before we press down? Yeah, I think so. Are we straight at the top? Yeah, and straight at the bottom. Excellent, that's great. So I've sewn around there already, as you can see, because once you glue it in place, you can't get in with your sewing machine, it's quite obvious. And now, so I've sewn around there just with a straight stitch. So now that's ready, it's all inked. I'm not going to make you watch me ink. That just needs sewing round and sticking in there, like that. So let's turn this over now, and we'll do the one that's on the back of that one, which is this one here. Now this, yes, I couldn't avoid the ticking any longer. I just couldn't. You guys that know me know that I absolutely love ticking. I just love it. I don't know why. And for those of you that don't know what ticking is, it's a sort of thick, well, it's a thick cotton. I don't know. It's always got the weight and feel of a denim about it. But its original use was to cover the feathers in a feather pillow, because as you know, the little sharp bits, the quilly bits, get out, and I don't know if you've ever slept with a feather pillow, but they can be most uncomfortable. The pointy bits get out and stick in your ears and everything. It's not pleasant. So the ticking is very close weave fabric, and the idea of it is it stops the feathers from coming out. And originally it was blue and white. So, you know, proper, I guess you could call it, ticking is blue and white, but now it seems to be around in all sorts of colours, and this is a lovely sort of mustardy old gold colour. And I love it. So that's going to go there like that, plain and straightforward. And then we've got two little corner side pockets that I've already sewn around, and that's going to go there, and this is going to go here. And what I did was, this one I cut at 4.5 by 4.5. This one, can't remember, cut it at 4, so it's just 1/2 inch less. So I had one square that was 4.5 by 4.5, one square that was 4 by 4, cut those out, and then I moved them both up so they were level like that, and cut the corner off. So as when I move this one back down, it's got the exact same angle. So it's dead straightforward. So all that needs to happen to these now is they need to get glued onto this piece and then sewn around the whole kit and caboodle. So let's just do the same again, a very, very thin bead of glue. All we really need to do is tack it on. Oh yeah, now the glue's decided not to work. Isn't that just typical? I must have a pin somewhere, but I do not know where. I can't believe that. It's worked a charm all morning. Oh well, Mr. F's here. He's fixer of all things like that. I don't know why it does that. It does it to everybody who makes videos. It works perfectly, and then you turn the camera on and lo and behold, it doesn't want to work. Ah, thank you very much. He's a good one, isn't he, Mr. F? I just don't know where I'd be without him. So just down the edges, as I say, we just really want to tack it on. But there's enough glue there, I think, probably that would glue it on in place, even if we weren't sewing it. So flush with the sides of the paper and the bottom. There we go. Lovely. And this one. This is the only paper in the whole pad that I don't like, this one here. It's sort of violet. I just don't like it. So I'm using the other side. Right, now here it is. Let's make sure we get that on there quite quickly. And then just place this where it needs to go. Like that. Lovely. That's nice. That's a nice page. So all that needs to happen to that now is it just needs to be zigzagged around the whole thing and stuck in place. We'll just move on to, what's that? Oh, that's my double pocket. Let's just move on to this. I'll take that off and I'll take all these pieces away that belong to the other side. And this is, as you can see, it's a straightforward tummy tuck. Nothing fancy here, folks. Well, not on this page anyway. So that's going to go there. It's just going to get stuck there. Let me just trim my thread tails off. The bobbin ran out when I was halfway through doing this one. Have you noticed the bobbin never runs out when you're at the end of something? So it always runs out just when you're starting out. So I think that wants to be about there. Yeah. Okay, so let's just put a drop of the art glitter on there as well, hold that in place. So I told you it was nice and easy today. Straightforward stuff that we do all the time. I haven't put a line on here because there's lines on the paper that I think I can pretty much follow. Like that, make sure that's stuck down. And then the top one as well. I'm so looking forward to decorating this. So there we are, and that catches in any loose threads that you might have had. I'm just checking, I thought that was slightly longer, but it's not. We're all right, that's perfect. And all that we have to do with that now, because I've sewn down each side of the tummy tuck itself, is just sew around the whole thing and stick it on. So we're getting a lot of these pages that just need sewing around and sticking on. So let's just get them in the right place, because honestly you turn it around and you can't remember where anything was supposed to go. So I'm just going to pop this one that's the double pocket, goes that way, in there. So the only other page that we've got to deal with now is this page, which will be the front. I don't know if I can fold it because things are in the wrong place. Yeah, it's going to be like that. So this is going to be the front page that you can see. So let's take that off, and what we've got is a background for the page. Just move that over a bit, make sure that I'm okay. Yeah, that's good. That's it, right on the edge there, and that's the line there. So I have got a little bit of space. No, it's nothing, you know, 1/16 of an inch, something like that. And then what I have are these two. Now I went ahead and did these because I know that you've seen me do things like this so often that it just gets repetitive and it gets boring. But these are the two little flippy flaps that are going to go here and flap out. And I decided not to just stick the black paper onto there, but to actually make them go over the page like that. I just like the look of it more. I don't know, just like that more. So we can go ahead and, well, no, we can't actually yet. And before I do anything else, I just need to run some ink up there. Ooh. Timber. Yeah, because you can see this when it's bent over, so let's just bend it that way and run a little bit of ink up there. Lovely, and let's do the same on the other side. Because you can see this when it's fully open, and you know, as they say, the devil's in the detail. So let's get the detail right. I just drew round, I used my ribbon thing, this reel, and I just put it on the edge of the card and drew round it. And the piece itself, before I drew round it, measures 5 in width. Yeah, 5, and it measures 4 inches that way, but then I creased over 1/2 inch. So now they are 3.5 inches, and I just put a, you know, the normal string and button brad type thing, the thing you've seen me do before, but I can't glue those in place yet because I need to sew around this. So I've got a lot of sewing to do, loads, and there's no point making you watch me do it or wait for me to do it or whatever. I'll just pause you, I'll go and sew the whole shooting match, and then I'll be back with you to, you know, finish this off and any other little bits that I need to explain to you. But you know, it is pretty straightforward today. So see you soon. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? I'm all sewn up, I think, and we're ready to stick down. So the first thing I'm going to stick down is this, because it's straightforward. Let me remove all the unevenness from behind it. So it's just gluing. It's straightforward gluing, which I could have done without you, but you know, I miss you. And Yvonne, if you're watching, I'm thinking of you, my dear. I know times are a bit tough for you at the minute, so thinking of you. So I think this Timmy's Terrific tome is just going to be fabulous. when it's finished. It's going to be like no other. And at the moment, you know, sometimes you start a project and you think, oh, why did I start that? I really have no enthusiasm for it. But this is definitely not like that. I am ultra enthusiastic for this. I'm loving getting up every day wondering which flips, flaps and folds I can think up for that day. And that's a good day, isn't it? If you get out of bed and you're looking forward to the day ahead. So there we are, that's that down. And I'm not going to put the journaling card in there yet. I'm going to count that as being part of the decoration part of it, I think. And this one is all done as well, just needs to go there. There's the flap that I was talking about. So I creased it at 6 and 12 and an inch, and then I cut it off on that inch line and stuck the other bit of paper on there to give us the full 18 inches that we needed. I mean, this is lovely as well. Forget it, I'm always saying that, I know. Let's just take it as given that Tim's papers are beautiful back and front. Apart from that one I showed you with the weird lilac-y colour. Don't like that one, but oh, the rest. You could use any, up, down, in, out. Mr. F's been busy today making collages, and he's come up with some crackers. I really like them, and I'm going to use them in my, you know, the journal I'm making alongside this, the sort of faux Timmy journal. Let's see where that needs to be, about there, a little bit over perhaps. About there, lovely. So these threads are not part of this, they're part of the other one. So that's down there and it's looking good. I like that a lot. There's nothing goes on that because that's the bit that's getting stuck onto the into the journal. So let's just turn this over now completely. This is going to remain blank. For those of you that, you know, work in offices and stuff, it's intentionally blank. I find that quite funny that you have to write that on there. When I was doing reports, when I worked at my proper job in science, if you're doing a report, you had to say, you know, this page has been left intentionally blank. So let's just trim some of these threads off. There we go. So this is going to get stuck down here, but we don't just want to turn it over and stick the whole thing down. It's hard to see actually, but there is two pieces there. This one needs to get stuck down in its entirety, but this one only needs it around the three edges, otherwise you won't get anything in the pocket. So let's do the three edges first, while I remember what I've just said to you, because it wouldn't be the first time that I've stuck this down completely. Not this exact piece, but I have done it before. Right, so all of this can get stuck down. Just mind yourself, because if you go too near the edge, it'll seep out onto the bit that we, onto the actual pocket bit. So I'm just minding that, and coming in a little bit from it. There we are, that's grand. So that goes, I want it this way with the blue there. Pop that there. Sure it's flush on the bottom. And then if you've measured it correctly, it will definitely be flush on the top. There's loads of measurements, isn't there? But, you know, you can only trust yourself. It's all you can do. So there we are. That's that. And that's going to fold like that, like that. So it'll open up to that. Yeah, that's stuck to the book. And then this page opens up like that. Yay! it is an easy page today. An easy page. Right, okay, so this is going on the sort of front. This is the right side. These do have a direction, so I need to get them, the top one at the top and the bottom one at the bottom. And it's going to look kind of like this, which is nice, I think. I like that. And it will have journaling cards and stuff popped in there, so you won't really see too much of the background. But until such times, it's really nice. I like it. So let's just see how far in from the edge. No, I'm sure I can get that straight. I'm sure I can, famous last words. So I'm going to use art glitter because I want a fairly instant sort of grab. And this will stick out just a bit above and below the page, you know, not the journal, but the page, the 8 inches. Let me just check. This is the top, and that's the bottom. Could have come unstuck there, guys. Because of the crease, that's why. I think that's that. So fold that over and press it down. Make sure you've got your paper in as far as it'll go. My 2 layers here are coming undone, so I'm just going to pop a bit of art glitter in there. And press that down. And yeah, I mean, perhaps you can see what I mean. Just stand proud just a little bit. And I quite like that. That's why I chose to do it this way, because I just like the fact that they do that. Right, just because I'm a chicken, and I am, I'm just going to measure this down here. So that there is, might be easier to measure on the other side, because it's some weird measurement. Not that side, that's no help to anybody. Yeah, it's actually 1/2 inch. It says exactly 1/2 inch. So let's make a mark there so we know where to put it. On the wrong side. So this is going like that. So just need to pop my art glitter on here. This is a big undertaking for anybody, I'll just say that. So if you, I would say it's perhaps more for the experienced junk journaler, because I'm assuming quite a lot of prior knowledge here, which the beginner may not have. Right, so I'm just folding that over there, pushing the paper up as far as it'll go comfortably, like that. Let's press that down and let's see what we've got. Oh, isn't that lovely? That is lovely. I really like that page. And it's going to go on the front, and I'm just going to stick it down. Look at that. It's nice as well, isn't it? It's kind of Wild Westy feel to that one. I don't know why. I'm certainly getting through the Tim Holtz paper, that much I can tell you. Like it's going out of fashion. And in fact, I might have picked up the wrong end of the stick here, but I believe that Timmy isn't going to be making, or selling, should I say, any more 12 by 12 pads, which is disastrous. How dare he not do that? He's going to stop producing them and selling them, and instead he's brought out packs of sort of wallpaper and end papers and lots of different packs. So I don't know, we'll see how we get on with those. Jury's out. So I want that up to this edge here. It should fit nicely, which it does. I don't want it over the edge, I just want it on the edge. That's that. I'll stick that down. So yeah, that's the story as I understand it, and people are frantically buying up his 12 by 12 pads while they still have the opportunity to do so. I may be guilty of that myself, who knows? It's just, I've never really used Tim Holtz paper before. I mean, I've always had some, you know, around, but I've always more been into florals and stuff like that, and it's only lately that I've had my head turned by grunge. And now I absolutely can't get enough of Tim Holtz stuff. All of it. Every single thing that he makes. I need it. I'm going to use this black hemp. I used the ribbon the last time and I didn't think it was entirely satisfactory. So I'm going to change it out for some hemp. Hemp cord. Jewellery maker hemp cord. Create it, wear it, share it. A pack of 4 × 9 meters of hemp cord in natural colours, 1mm, which is the interesting part, it's 1mm. So you now know if you need to go and buy some that it needs to be 1mm thick. I'm just going to knot that around that little button and brad. Knot it that way and then knot it this way. Cut off the end that we don't need. Lovely. And just wrap that round. Yeah, this hemp cord is so much better than the ribbon. And that's that. That's all I need to do to that. And then this needs to get stuck into the book. Yikes. It's always a bit scary sticking things in here. So that's my groove down there. A little bit of glue there. And that's the edge of my book. So it just needs to go like that. That's all. Oh, let's take that out just in case it flops on me or something like that. And yeah, come on, you can do this. You can do it, I know you can. Let's get a good amount around the edges, but not so much that it's going to squish out if I can help it. Okay, so we need to make sure this is the right side up. That's the right side. So let's just plop it down and then we can finesse it. Finesse, good word, isn't it? Finesse it into place. Oh, hang about. No, I think we're all right. That's the top. That's the top. Okay. So there we are. Yep, that's all right there. So I'm actually going to undo this now. I tied it up so it wouldn't be in the way when we came to gluing it, but I just need to get to this bottom page now so I can really glue that in. And there we have it. I think we're all right. I think that's fine. So yeah, not a difficult one, not too difficult one today, and yet it looks great. fabulous. There we are. Right, so far we have this left hand one done, this centre left done. We've got this one for the spine done. Look at it. How lovely does all this look? Looks gorgeous. So tomorrow or the day after or whenever, we will be moving on probably to this part, because that's the big spine that's going to have the journal in it. So yeah, it'll be this part here that we'll be doing then. But isn't this side looking nice? Look at that. When you fold that up. Oh, look at all that goodness in there. That looks so nice. Okay guys, thanks very much for joining me today. We really are coming on. We are making progress. So see you all again very soon. Bye.